I actually saw a guy today with a GoPro on the side of his helmet, and I was wondering whether he was moto vlogging. But he was going the opposite way to me, so I suppose I'll never know. Like I say, I don't really know anyone local, apart from the guy I work with, that rides a bike. I know people that ride bigger bikes, but I don't know of anyone that rides a 125 like me. I've been asked a few times to go out on rides, meet up, you know. But I really don't feel as though I'd fit in. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going out for a ride. A couple of guys on 125s, I'd be alright. But I don't want to be the guy that everybody's waiting for when everyone else is on 600s and bigger. There's this one guy that works at my place. He had a Ninja, and he invited me out a few times, and he's like, oh, don't worry about it, everyone will wait for you. And it's just like, no, cheers for the offer, but I don't want to be that guy that everybody's waiting for. And I know what the response to that's going to be. Take your test, get yourself a bigger bike. I don't want a bigger bike. I don't want to take my test. I can't afford, well, for starters, can't afford to take the test. Definitely can't afford to, well, probably could afford to get a new bike if needs be. But then I imagine the insurance is more, and I can't afford that. So I'll stick to my 125. Cheap insurance, cheap tax, bikes are cheap, parts, they're cheap-ish, depends where you're getting them from. And the only thing I find with this bike is parts are quite hard to come by, because it's not a very popular bike in the UK. So I either have to go to the local Yamaha dealer and pay an arm and a leg, or try to find it online. And like I said, it's quite a ball ache trying to find parts. Especially custom parts. I know it sounds stupid, but custom parts are hard to find for any bike, or so I'm going to be told. But I mean, for this bike, I wanted a rear sprocket that had less teeth than the standard one, which is 51, and I wanted something like 44, and nowhere, literally nowhere, sold the rear sprocket for this bike with any more or less than 51 teeth. It was only ever 51 teeth. There was one, I did manage to get one, I managed to get a gold one, not pure gold obviously, a gold rare sprocket. It's actually made by Renthal. So I don't know whether Renthal made it or whether this website I ordered it off made it and then claimed it to be from Renthal. But it's got 44 teeth on, which is what I wanted. It fit the bike and it's doing its job, so I can't complain. And it don't look half bad either. I sticked with